Hey guys, welcome to our life. That's me. I'm that goofy girl named Delaney. And that's my amazing autism service dog named Violet. Our life may not be perfect, but it's perfect for us. Welcome to our journey. Happy Friday, everyone. I am joined by my trusty sidekick today. Hopefully she cooperates and doesn't want to lay down. But today I want to come to you guys with a video all about my autism and some of the things that Violet does for me that benefit me, and kind of just to explain a little bit more in-depthly about what my autism helps me, or what happens to me when my autism kind of takes over and doesn't let me have a normal life, I guess you could say. And so, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be explaining today, and I will get to that in the next clip. Okay, so I wrote down some things that my autism causes and some things that make it difficult for me to kind of lead a normal life and to function like a normal child. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those. Stay. Okay. So the first thing is, really, I had to turn the page. Okay, so my autism is called Asperger's syndrome. It is a form of high-functioning autism. Now, though, they just classify it as autism because I think a lot of people don't really know about Asperger's and stuff, so it's a little bit harder for them to, like, comprehend that. But that is what my autism is called, the technical name, I guess, but usually I just say autism because it's easier for me to not have to be like Asperger's syndrome and like explain all this. But some things that my autism causes are, the first thing is OCD traits, and that is where basically I've never been diagnosed with OCD, but my autism does cause OCD traits to where, like, every night I have a routine that I have to stick to. I have to have everything organized in a certain way. I have to have everything done in a certain way, and so those are some of the OCD traits. Like at night, I have to make sure that my door is shut and my TV is on a volume of 5, or otherwise I will not go to sleep. So, like, I have to have a routine that I am in to be able to function correctly, and that is all blamed to my autism, but it's okay. The next thing is really bad anxiety, and I was at one point talking to the doctor, and she was at one point talking about it, that I may have an anxiety disorder, but they also could think that it would be an anxiety disorder triggered by my autism, for instance. So, like, if usually I get really anxious at nighttime. I don't know why nighttime has, like, I don't know why only at nighttime. And then there's sometimes during the day, like when I go out in public and I'm, like, having a bad day or I'm anxious, then I'll be anxious about that too. But mainly at nighttime is when I get really anxious and stuff like that. So anxiety is another factor, and then meltdowns is another one. Meltdowns is basically a lot of the same thing as anxiety, but your mind kind of takes over. Like, you have more control when you have anxiety, I feel like. With meltdowns, you kind of just, like, start screaming and you can't stop. Like, the other day I had one in my closet, and I, like, felt like hitting myself. I didn't, but I felt like it, and Violet, like, was really good with calming me down and distracting me. So basically all I do is, like, exactly what I'm doing here, and she does another thing, DPT, which is deep pressure therapy, and that is when she gets on my lap and distributes even weight, and it helps me, like, calm down and kind of ground me and, like, make me focus on her, and that's really something that's been helpful that she does. The next thing is sensory problems, and I've never been diagnosed with a sensory processing disorder. That's just what I call it, but I really have not been diagnosed with a sensory processing disorder. Everything that happens with the sensory processing disorder happens to me, though, but it's because of my autism, and it's triggered by my autism. So my autism really does play a big part in a lot of the things that bother me, and and a lot of the things that happen to me. So yes, sensory problems, to where loud noises, strong smells, scratchy clothing. But when I was younger, I don't have as much of a problem with it now, but when I was younger, I could not wear jeans. It would, like, send me into a meltdown. So I know that, like, some people are like, oh, well, I can't wear jeans. Does that mean I have autism? And I mean, most likely no. You could have a sensory processing disorder, because that's what my little sister has. but my sensory problems have to do with my autism, and I would say the hardest thing for me is the loud noises. I actually have these really big shooting headphones. Like, they're not shooting headphones, they're actually called baby bands, and I got them for my sensory processing disorder, so, or my sensory issues with my autism, so, that, you never know, but we'll get on to the next thing. So the next thing would be anger, and anger is obviously something that everybody experiences at some point in their life, but you can have a lot of extreme mood swings, and anger with your autism, you can kind of, like, it's not even close to, like, how severe a bipolar thing is, but with anger, my anger, sometimes I get so mad I just can't control it, and I start screaming, and then it turns into a meltdown. So it's just kind of like a domino effect with that, but anger can definitely be one, and then the other one is depression, and I don't experience a lot of depression, but mine's more anxiety than depression. But I know that there are a lot of people that experience depression from their autism and Asperger's syndrome. So, that's just a trait that can go along with it, and that a lot of people experience. And then the next one is ADHD traits. I got diagnosed with ADHD when I was 2, and we're not sure if I still have that or not. Obviously you still have it because it's like technically a chronic illness, but it's not, like, I'm basically sort of in remission from it, and I still get some traits from that from my autism. I have a fidget spinner that I use sometimes when I get anxious and stuff. Obviously I usually have Violet, so I don't really need a fidget spinner when I get anxious, but that really helps with, like, fidgeting and stuff. Like, right now I'm literally fidgeting with this pencil, and yeah, so I can sit still, though, for, like, a long period of time, so, like, it's not really severe at all, and I wouldn't even really call it, like, that I have it really anymore. It's just that my autism sometimes triggers stuff like that and can represent traits of ADHD and stuff like that. And so there's just a lot of different things that go into my autism and that it causes and that it can trigger. I am also, like, I live in my own body, but I don't live with myself, basically. So if anybody has questions, you can put them in the comment box below, and I'll ask my mom, because some of the stuff I don't know. Like, I really, and another one is I'm very socially awkward when I'm out in public. I know it may not seem like it to people and stuff, but, like, if somebody comes up and talks to me, like, if anybody's seen the movie Inside Out, you'll understand. Whenever the one part comes on, and and sadness and joy and fear and anger and disgust all scream brain freeze, and they, like, stop, and they're like, ah! That's what my brain does when somebody comes up and tries to talk to me. So I really am socially awkward. I don't really have trouble making friends and stuff. I just have trouble, like, relating with friends and being really compassionate and stuff like that. So, I try my best and stuff, and my friends are really understanding, so, like, if I do something that is, like, funny or say something funny, then it's like, oh, that's just a Delaney thing, to say, or something like that, and they'll just, like, kind of laugh it off. They know that it's, not really something that I can control, and stuff like that. And then another one is that I'm very literal. Like, for a while there, when I was, like, first in my prime time, I could not I still can't really take a joke very well. I don't like it at all. When people joke around with me. I never understood, like, the don't look the gift horse in the mouth, and all of that stuff. I don't know, I have a problem with that, and so I've been going to therapy for the last probably 6 months, and we've just been working on a lot of different things, and my anxiety, and talking about a bunch of different stuff like that. So yeah, as far as I'm sitting here thinking, I keep coming up with some that are, like, traits of my autism, but I'm sure there's a lot more that I'm not even mentioning, because my mom really is the one that knows a lot, because she can observe me. I don't really observe myself, obviously, because I'm in my own body, but she knows a lot. She knows more about me than I know about myself, because she experienced it along with me, except she's on the outside. So for me, on the inside, I'm living it, but with her, she's actually living with it. So same with my sister. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about a little bit of the things that Violet does that help me the most, or that are the most useful for me, and then I will go ahead and end this video. Okay, so I'm just going to name some of the things that Violet does. If you guys are interested in seeing all of the things that Violet does, go ahead and look at my Sunday vlog from last week, and it says task video and my service dog tasks on it. If you guys want to check that out, you can see all of the things that she does, but I'm just going to name a few here. Right now, she opens and closes doors. She retrieves water bottles out of the kitchen for me. She'll do deep pressure therapy. A lot of people ask me if she alerts to my anxiety, and the answer to that is not really. She does plenty of tasks that she doesn't have to alert to my anxiety. I don't really think that I'll ever train her to. I don't think we'll ever train her to. But there are times when like I get anxious and I'm not realizing that I'm anxious, and she'll come and like lay on me and like do DPT, and then I'll realize, oh, I'm anxious. So it's not really technically an alert or anything like that. It's just she knows before I know a lot of times, and so she'll come and she'll lay on me, and that'll give me my cue. So technically, no, it's not alerting, but she does come and do that. The next one is block, and that is if we're in public and I'm feeling really stressed or anxious and somebody comes up to me and tries to talk to me. She will get in front of me and kind of create a barrier between me and that person, and so like I can focus on her and calm down, and she's kind of like blocking me from whatever or whoever is making me anxious. The next one is brace. I don't use this a lot, but she does know how to do it. It's where she stands in a stay here. Stand. Let's go. So it's where she stands, and then I basically can press right here in between her shoulder blades, and she will push back up and allow me to get off the floor. I don't really need that a lot though, and so, you know, she doesn't really do that as much. Another thing she'll do is to get my shoes, to where if I tell her to go get my shoes out of my closet, she will bring them to me, and it's really super cool. I really like that one for sure. And then she'll also pick up random things for me. She'll pick up my phone if I drop them and hand it to me. She will pick up, pencils and ponytails and anything you can pretty much think of that will fit in her mouth. She'll pick up Legos and hand them to me. She'll pick up a lot of things for me, and I'm really glad that she'll do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this in the next clip because I'm so getting tired and I need to do my chores and stuff for the day. So okay guys, thank you so much for watching. That video was all about my autism and some of the things that Violet does that benefits me in a lot of different ways. She's just chilling down here on the floor. I need to tidy up my bedroom. It's a total disaster. And like I said, I'm not posting Saturday or Sunday, but you will see the footage from the weekend on Monday, so don't worry about that. We're going to Grant's Farm tonight, and so that's why I didn't do a big Friday vlog or anything. I just wanted to sit down and do a quick video about my autism because I've been getting a lot of questions about that and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell so you guys never miss a video. Violet loves you. Say I love you, peoples. Say I love you. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in our next video. Bye.